Happy Friday and welcome back to the Average Fisherman, everybody. So, got a bunch of updates for you guys, and one big equipment update that I want to go over with you guys. It's not going to be our normal Big Friday episode, and I'll explain that in a second. So, I did go fishing twice this week. I did not bring my camera, mostly because I just needed to kind of get out of the house. This past Monday, as in 5 days ago, I was diagnosed with skin cancer. It was, I caught it super early because I noticed it right away. It was stage 0 melanoma. So I had the treatment done, including the newly developed immunotherapy, which has eradicated it. So I'm safe. My chance of cure is 100%. So everything is good with that. But the immunotherapy takes a lot out of you. It left me with basically no energy. My endurance was crap, so I kind of took it easy this week and went fishing twice to rather low impact areas just to kind of get out of the house and clear my head. Just to show you guys, I had these 2 spots here. That's where it was. But like I said, everything's going to be fine. The doctors assured me that, it's a 100% cure rate for this one because it was stage 0. So, along with the immunotherapy, good to go. Next week, Louisiana Blackwater Fly Fishing and I are actually planning a big fishing trip to an area that we don't actually go to that much. And we're planning on slaying the big bluegills and chasing after some crappie. So, the equipment update that I have is on the fishing trip that I went to on Wednesday. I was fishing with one of my Crappie Max Pro rods. It was a 6'6" light power fast action, and I was using some gulp minnows. And I hooked a 5-foot garfish, and it snapped my rod. It was a hell of a fight. I actually ended up catching him. I brought him to the boat. I actually had to shoot him with a 22 in order to get him in the kayak, but I took him home and cleaned him up for my uncle who wanted it, so I have that in the freezer. But the big news is that I took the broken rod to Bass Pro Shop, and they did not have another rod like it in the store. So I talked to the manager because I was pretty dead set. I wanted another 6'6" light fast Crappie Max Pro. Well, they have a sale right now on the Panfish Elite rods. They were $79, now they're $59, and as you guys know, the Crappie Max Pro rods are $40. So I managed to talk the manager into applying the credit since they didn't have that rod available, and they have a Cabela store that's not that far away. They didn't have one either, applying credit to one of these guys. So I got one of these instead, and I slapped my lose reel that I had on it. It just happens to match. This is a size 50 lose laser light speed spin. So I have it rigged up with the weighted cork for a jig head for when Louisiana Blackwater Fly Fishing and I go out next week. I did use this rod once. I used it yesterday. It's pretty nice. It's a little tip heavy for my preferences, but what are you going to do? I mean, it's made to be just a panfish and crappie rod. This one is also in light fast action, and it is, let me see, I don't want to lie to you guys. It doesn't have the length on here. Oh, 6'2". So 6'2" as opposed to 6'6", but it's a light fast, and it's a Panfish Elite. So the fact that they're on sale tells me that they're starting to push out their new equipment, their new rods. Like they've redesigned the Carbon Light. They now have the Carbon Light technique specific rods. They've redone them Johnny Morrison Signature Edition rods. And since these are discounted now $20, I'm pretty sure that they're going to be coming out with a new series of the Panfish Elite rod soon. But hey, an upgrade and, a relatively inexpensive upgrade at that for a broken rod thanks to a garfish, I'll take it, and it just happens to match my, my loose little ultralight reel with the 6-pound braid on it here. So that's the news that I have. So, sorry I didn't post any new fishing footage this week. But I'm just going to be honest with you guys that the immunotherapy it really took the fire out from underneath of me, and I'm still kind of feeling it even today. My energy level's just really low. It basically ramps your immune system up to fight the any remaining cancer cells on its own, and in doing so, it leaves you pretty low on energy. So by next week, I should be fine. Again, I don't want to worry anybody. I appreciate all the sentiment and stuff like that, but I'm going to be fine. The cure rate for it at stage 0 with the immunotherapy and stuff like that was 100%. So it's not a big deal. Even though there is no such thing as a cancer diagnosis that's not a big deal. So I'm not trying to downplay it for anyone who may be going through the same thing. If you are, you have my condolences, because even with me catching it so super early and stuff like that, it was extremely stressful. I knew what it was on Friday, and I had to wait until Monday to get in. And yeah, it was pretty stressful. So anybody who's fighting the same thing, man, I really feel for you, because even knowing that I caught it so super early, and knowing the treatment options, and knowing that it would be so effective, it was pretty scary. I've got to admit to you guys. And I'm the guy that fishes with the UPF 50 plus full body stuff. I wear the shirts, I wear sunblock, I even wear gloves on my hands to protect my hands, that kind of thing. I wear the wide brimmed fishing hats, and even still I managed to get it. So you guys be careful, make sure you're wearing your sunblock and stuff, because trust me, even in my case, which is probably the best case scenario that one could hope for besides never being diagnosed with it, it's a stressful thing. And the therapies and stuff like that have come out of Australia, which is where most of these new skin cancer therapies are being researched and developed, because the statistics there are ungodly. I think it was 1 out of every 3 Australians get diagnosed with skin cancer at some point in their life. So they're doing a ton of research there, and these new therapies are being developed. The prognosis for it nowadays is way better than it was even just 5 to 7 years ago, because of these new immunotherapies that are coming out. Basically, they look for these specific markers, and you get this specific medication that makes your immune system search out that marker and kill any cell that has it. And it's super effective. So I was retested. It's already gone. There's no more traces of it or anything like that. I'm just left with these marks here, which should go away by next week. And after that, it'll be like I never had it before. So next week, look forward to more fishing, and I promise you guys we'll make up for some lost time. Tight lines, my friends, and take care.